So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep him in? Green light, let him go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
But he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I have.
Running right through him. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And he's got it. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 2nd and 3. But no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 of their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't...
They have pressure coming, and they got him once again. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw. This is caught. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long. Kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Kelsey out in the slot right. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
17. Strike. Check. Strike. Hey, confused.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Love now to pass on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Love now. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Love looking to throw it. That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. They go back to the ground with Jones. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Love. His pass caught at the 4. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this 1st half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure, and here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They're going to try and throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. First down, love to pass. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing, Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Bo Melton, 28 yards. And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half. The extra point up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll come out throwing here on first down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. He'll look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll drop to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. And he is going to have a Jets first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Oh, he makes a catch off the tip by the safety.
Boy, that was bullshit.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, during the course of any game, you'll see tip passes, but how often do we actually see the running back come up and end up making the play?
Well, shifty fella getting in there and grabbing it.
Yeah, you know, they always talk about how running backs have a nose for the end zone. They have a nose for the ball, too. They want in their hands at all times.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Leonard Floyd able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it.
Under pressure, they got him again. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll throw now on the final play. Touchdown! Travis Kelce in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get 1, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. A short kick taken at the 18. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Steal. Check steal. Smash. Ultra.
To throw now, here's Love. And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Hey, check mega. Check smash. Ready?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Love. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Now Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Love. Touchdown, Packers. Darnell Mooney, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Now the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to... And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. And that one is his 2nd fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline as he continues to...
And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Packers just continue to roll. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. He'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Leonard Floyd, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades.
He's got a man complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And check down, complete to Hall. Touchdown, Jets! Breece Hall from 6 yards away. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Robert Saleh wanted to take chances. His guys will go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Hey, go Fury. Strike, strike.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. He's going to air one out. And this one is incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Love. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Bro, 52. Watch out now. 50. Ready.
He finds Watson complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
The slot man in motion right.
Ready.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Hey, go steal. Steal. Check steal. Blue is striking. Flag blue. Go red.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Cut, cut.
Another try after the first down sack. Love. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Ultra, ultra. Mega, mega.
third and long for Love. And that is incomplete.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up fourth down.
Love to throw for it on fourth. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jair Alexander in from the corner to make the sack.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
The throw over the middle taken in. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. On third down, here's Hall. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Point after, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. And no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Back to throw again. He dumps this one off here to Hall. Room here to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple more times to give them a chance.
And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Bo Melton with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out?
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Following the interception, Love. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The end result, 21 yards.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like, That's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Pressure, and down he goes. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Batted by the linebacker, but still adjusts and makes the catch. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. To the air again, Love. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 1 back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal.
Ready?
And it's caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Set, ready. Shot, 17.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit, or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On play action, they'll throw under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee, because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.